Welcome back to Haunted Hangouts with Venus. Um, I wanted to go over some stuff that I've been doing since I haven't made a video. And the first thing I want to start off with is my new little table thing. And it's portable too. So, I want to show you this, hopefully. You can see it right now. I'm in my daughter's room. It's like... So anyways, here's my plasma ball. All the spirit's gotta do is touch it. There's like 2 modes to it. So make sure you can see this good. So you got this mode where you can touch it. And then if you turn it here, you can tap it. I like that mode better because, I don't know, I just do, but I have it on that all the time and nothing really uses that. So, see, this is trippy. Like, I don't know if it has to do with the plasma ball or whatever, but that's a touch lamp. And it just did it on its own. So let's test something, because this is the second or third time that's done that to me. So let's turn this here again and see if we turn it on, if it'll do it. Yep, so that's responsible for that. Okay, so I was gonna say we need to keep an eye on that lamp. Here's some candles. I don't know, like, how good you guys can see things. Dang it. This thing right here, this is just for it to move around, but it's cool. And it's also a Day of the Dead skull, like a sugar skull. Here's just, you know, like, I'm researching stuff online, like what people recommend to contact spirits with, and they say to offer them stuff. So here's some snacks, but it's also noisemakers too. And here's a cup of water. More candles. Here's a flashlight. And here's this makeshift pinwheel, since my kids like to take off with my things. I don't know where the stick is, so we put it on a marshmallow roaster and it works. So, you know, it's something for them to use. Like, when you try to contact a spirit, you want to give them all kinds of ways to communicate. And so I set this table up, and like I said, they can mess with the candles, they can mess with the water, they can mess with the flashlight, the pinwheel, all these snacks, you know. And this guy, he's cool. He's an instant holder, this tryin. I just got the flower away from there so it don't melt it because of the candle. But right now, I'm in my daughter's room, and we're in here because it's early in the morning, everyone's sleeping, and, you know, I've been reading online that, you know, the best hours to try to do this is around 2 and 4. I think I got up around 4. I'm trying to stay on schedule for work because I open in the morning. But, like, I like this table, I think it's great and everything, but, like, all the stuff that I've been using and asking the spirits to use, they're not using. Like, I've asked countless of times for them to use the plasma ball, they don't. I've asked them several times to move this stuff around, and they don't. I've asked them to spin the pinwheel, and they don't. I have the radio on AM going backwards, you know, just repeatedly until it hits something and stops. And you don't want it to catch anything. You want it to be able, the voice to be able to use the radio. You don't want it to catch a station unless it catches a station that they can speak at in the frequency they can use or something. But usually when I do it, it's always a radio station. So anyways, other than being frustrated and kind of upset and discouraged that, like, I've asked countless of times for them to use all this stuff and they're not, and I still create the table anyways, and it's portable, so I can move it from room to room, because I don't really have a room to do this stuff in. I was doing it out in the kitchen, but in here there's more privacy and I can shut the door and drown out sound from my end and their end. You know, it's kind of hard to do stuff with the full house and animals and stuff. We got birds, we got dogs, kids, and they were gone for 2 weeks, so I was able to do a lot of stuff, but there was a lot of stuff that I recorded that I didn't put up because I didn't understand YouTube, guidelines. And it's like, I'm trying not to smoke on cigarettes on film or anything like that. I think you can, you just can't promote it, and I'm definitely not promoting it. So, but anyways, I just don't want to do anything in violation, and so every time I accidentally got caught smoking a camera, I would delete it, or whatever, like. But anyways, I've been deleting a lot of stuff, trying to make room. But I wanted to go over some things that have been happening, other than them not utilizing the stuff I have. I've been seeing other things, though, like, I've seen orbs. So the last time I uploaded a video, it was like the second part, and it was dark, and I was like freaking out, yelling for my husband. Whoa. Excuse me. Right before that, I was showing you guys my room, and when I went to set the phone down, I guess it stopped recording, and I didn't realize that, but I had set it back up to where it was facing, like in forward, and that's where I seen the orb, but I wasn't sure if you guys seen it because I didn't know if it was too high or if the plasma ball was in the way, because I moved it in kind of in the view, so in case it went off, so you saw it. I think it might have blocked your way. I'm not sure if it was too high. I don't know, but anyways, it doesn't even matter because it wasn't recording. And I had made a comment like, I wonder if you guys can see that, because I seen it. It was like an orb about this big, and it was about light yellow, and it was like floating across the curtain. And then I look to my right, and I see like a little bit of a shadow figure move. And I was just like, what in the world? And then I looked to my left, which was super, super close to me. Like, they had to have been like 2 feet away from me, 2-3 feet away from me. And it was like an even fuller shadow figure. And it was up by my Bluetooth speaker, portable speaker. And I don't ever use it for anything other than the lights, because I like the flashing lights. So, I mean, when I'm doing the videos. So, in real time, we use it all the time to listen to stuff, but I can't use it during the readings, so, or the video. So, all of a sudden that goes off, and I just charged it, but it's wonky like that. It'll shut off sometimes anyway. So, I'm not saying a spirit turned it off, but I'm not saying they didn't. I don't know what happened. All I know is that as soon as I seen that shadow figure right there, the speaker went off, and it was right by the speaker, honestly. And a lot of my light source went, and I started yelling for my husband because I didn't know where it went after that. And that's what freaked me out, was I seen the orb, and then I seen a shadow to my right, and then I seen a shadow to my left, and then the speaker went off, and then all of a sudden it was like super dark in there, and I was like scared. So that was something that I felt was bizarre. And okay, so maybe my eyes are playing tricks on me. Okay, fine. Well, I've been hearing voices, and that can't be explained away. There was a couple times my husband was here, and there was a couple times he wasn't, and it was just me and the dog in here. And I do have video footage still on my phone where I was trying to tiptoe up to the noise to try to get it, and it still didn't work. Like, I need to get a microphone or something, because I've heard a female voice 3 times and I've heard a male voice twice. So the female voice always seems to be in the hallway. I don't know what's up with that, and it's always the same sounding, like it's repeating itself or something. I don't know. I don't know what it's saying, you can just hear it. And there are no TVs on. I haven't had any TVs on since the kids have been gone, except for at nighttime when we and him are watching TV to go to bed. But when I'm here by myself, I'm too busy, like, making YouTube videos or doing whatever to care about TV. And I made double sure that the TVs were off, and they were. They were. And the last time I heard a girl's voice, this video I'm talking about, where I was trying to sneak up on it, the dog was hovering, cowering in the bathroom, and I didn't know what the heck was going on. Like, I didn't understand why he was hiding in the bathroom. It was weird. And he was just, like, over there hovering, shivering, quivering. I'm like, what are you doing, man? You know, it wasn't like he was just laying in there because he was too hot, just sprawled out. He was in there, like, scrunched up, quivering in the corner, you know, and it was right after I heard that girl's voice, and I was trying to capture it, and then, like I said, it was, like, in the hallway, like, by the bathroom, because that was the first time I heard it, and then the second time I heard it, my husband was in the bathroom. I was like, either you're in there on the phone with some girl, or, you know what I mean, just, but, you know, I was goofing around, but I'm serious. Like, if they're, the only other logical explanation is he was talking to, like, some girl on the phone, like, some female on the phone, whoever it was, and he said he wasn't, so I'm like, okay. And then the third time, I was here by myself while he was at work, and I heard it, and I was trying to get it. I'm like, I just heard that. I hope you heard that. I was recording. And then I tried to get closer, and it wasn't captured, so I need to get a microphone. And it's very discouraging that they don't use this stuff, because it feels like it would be concrete that they're here. And I, you know, wanted to cry and everything, because I tried several times to get them to move the pinwheel or touch the plasma ball, and it gets frustrating. Because it's like, are you here or are you not, man? You know, like, you know, you're breaking my heart here, making me think that you can't, like, come to us. Like, it doesn't mean that they can't see us or ain't aware of what's going on. Maybe they're just watching us from a different place and they can't come here. I don't know. But then, you know, what about ghostly activity? You know, what about that? What's that then? You know, what is that? What is all that? Because maybe my eyes are playing tricks on me, but my ears ain't. And, you know, like, I'm hearing, like, very low. It's like, you can hear it enough, but it's faint. And I know it's a ghost, because there ain't anybody else in here. There is nobody else in here. And it's always in the hallway. And I see somebody coming in and out of the girls' room, or I think I have, like, throughout the years, like, you know, see, catch something out of the corner of my eye, move from coming out of there, or move going in there. And it's like, I don't know. It's like, maybe I'm capturing ghosts that already live here, and none of them are Mark, you know? And it's just like, I don't know if you gotta go to them, or if it doesn't. I mean, it seems like you might, if you want to talk to them, maybe. Not really sure how this stuff goes. I just know that when we did the seance for Mark, I believe that was the last time we did one for him. Because I was running out of people to do them with, you know, because for a couple of years there, I was doing them with everyone that would do them with me. And I wasn't trying to play around with it, or I was really trying to help, but like if anything seemed to like pop off and seem scary, like I would trip out and like just bail. And, you know, looking back on it now, it's just like I really did try to be brave for it, but it was just like it was some creepy stuff happens sometimes. And maybe it was me getting to myself a lot of the times, but some of the times no. Because we called him from out in the yard, out in his yard, like, you know, like we set out in the yard because it's a residence, but at the time nobody lived in it, but the owners were up. And and they had a dog with them, and they didn't always have a dog with them, but they happened to have one that time, so we were trying to be super quiet. We weren't trying to be disrespectful or vandalize anything or do anything like that. We were just trying to see if we could do it there because, of course, we couldn't go inside or anything like that, and you especially can't pop up on someone and be like, hey, can I go inside the house and, like, do ghost stuff? You know, they'd probably like, what? No. But, I want you guys to hold on a second because I want to warm up my coffee real quick. Maybe I should keep that recording when I leave the room because, in case something happens while I'm gone. Like, I don't mean to bore you with that, but we're on spirit time, and like I say, spirits do stuff when they want to. But anyways, it's like, when we decided to do the seance, you know, in his yard, we were trying to be very quiet when we did it. It was just me and my friend, and we sat down. I had like a little, cool little thing I made for him, and it had his picture and some like history, like memorabilia, like nostalgia type stuff to put you in the right frame of mind, you know, just things that reminded you of the time when he was around. You know, like my experience, my memories of him is how, you know, like I like try to connect with him, like, so he knows it's me and everything. And I don't know, it was like 20 years ago, and it's like I start to worry that I misinterpreted something or whatever, you know, with the orb, but it felt so real, it looked so real. And, here 20 years later, I'm trying to do it again, and it's like I'm kind of seeing similar things, but it's like I'm not really getting the results I want. And that is to see this pinwheel spin. Sorry, I can't talk. And I want to show you that there is nothing on the other side of this. You see this? There's nothing here other than this. I hope you can see this. Like, there's nothing here. There's nothing here pulling on anything. Like, there's nothing. Like, I don't know. Hold on. I don't know if you can see. Like, I feel like I was such a crappy cameraman, and I am so sorry. But there's, like, nothing. I'm not trying to fake anything, man. Why do you think I'm getting so emotional and upset? Because, I want to see him come through, man. Just, you want to feel like when you call on people and when you need them around and stuff that they come. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't know how many times, I've called for him and wanted him around to be around for certain things that I know his family and loved ones have too. You know what I mean? And it's just like there's just certain times where you want your loved ones that aren't around to be around, and you want to feel that they are in spirit. It's like, come on, Mark, breaking our hearts, like not like showing more concrete shit. I mean stuff. So it's like I know that I could use the faith. I know that your mom could use that faith. I know that your other loved ones, your brothers, your sisters, everybody, all your family, your friends could use that faith. And all the people out there on YouTube could use it. You know, am I doing something wrong here? Do I need more people? Do I need to be like where I think you are? Like, which is your house, which I don't even know how I would do it this time because there's somebody that lives there now. And I don't know if I can be off the property enough to not bother anybody to make them, like, call the cops or something, you know? Like, I just don't know how. I'll figure out a way, I suppose, to get close enough to where I'm not trespassing. I just, you know, like, so I might not be able to test that with you, you know, like if you need to be closer, like to the place they died or to somewhere sacred to them or maybe even a person. Like I was his friend, but I ain't like the connection he had with his mom or really super close friends or siblings and stuff, you know, like I was just a friend of his, you know, and I thought pretty highly of him. And you know, like, I don't know, like, what he thought of me, but I know he liked me. He thought it was cool. As far as I know. Maybe that's not why you're coming. You don't think I'm cool, do you, Mark? Come on, man. Come on. I've always been here for you. Go to your grave all the time. I didn't ever forget about you. I don't mean you have to be the same way back. I'm just playing. Yesterday, I was thinking about Kurt Cobain, too. I have a guitar. And I thought about getting that and bringing it out and seeing if you'd strum it. Why not, right? And it was rainy like Seattle yesterday, and I went outside in the car to get some privacy and to try to do it, and nothing happened. But I was trying to get a hold of Mark, but when I got in the car, I heard Nirvana. I can't remember what song it was now, but I was trying, and it was coming in staticky, and it was on a crappy channel, and it was the first thing that come on. So I don't know if he wants to come through. But if you do Kurt Cobain, you can. Do you want to spin that pinwheel? Show us that you're here, Kurt Cobain. Do you want me to get a guitar? Sometimes it looks like that thing is trying to move. But you gotta move it on your own. Like, I don't know, for some reason, I would like to talk to him. I resonate. I just go where I resonate, I guess. And I don't know why I cared about Mark as much as I did, or whatever I just did, you know, I just resonated with him. Like, I just thought he was super cool. And I just never forgot about him, and I never will. Ever. Ever. You're my friend for life, Mark. I don't know where you are. I don't know if you can hear anything I'm saying or see anything we're doing down here. I don't know. I just hope wherever you are, you're okay and you're happy. Like you're doing good wherever you are. Like in the next life. Like wherever you are. Kurt Cobain, if you're here too, you're cool. Like, I don't know, I've been watching a lot of stuff on you lately. and I don't know, it just made me feel more connected to you, so I don't want to be, like, inviting so many spirits, but if you want to say something, you can, because it seems like you and Ozzy are the ones that I'm drawn to right now, like when it comes to celebrity type people. Um, Ozzy, you've recently passed away. Do you want to spin the pinwheel? It sure seems like you're around me, but I've been thinking about you a lot lately too. I actually find that you're a pretty cool guy, man. See, the thing with Ozzy with me is, like, I've never been like a super huge Ozzy fan, but I like him. You know, it's like I just have my own unique taste of stuff, like where I'm like, oh, that's the, that's my shit. Like, I don't know. I gotta get into music wars on here. All I know is I like him, okay? But, like, I wasn't, like, super heavy Ozzy fan like I've seen others, is all I'm saying. I've seen some huge, huge, huge Ozzy fans. And I used to know a guy that had a hat that said, "What would Ozzy do?" You know? And so it's like, what would Ozzy do? Would you spin the wheel? Would you spin this pinwheel for us, Ozzy? Let us know you're here. You went out with a bang. You want to show us the afterlife stuff too? Because that was one heck of a goodbye. I really liked that goodbye you did, Ozzy. That was a really cool goodbye. It was real cool. Very touching. You really gave your fans... You really thought about your fans, man. That was cool. Very heartfelt guy you were, Ozzy. Very heartfelt. I hope wherever you are, you're okay. I know on the Spiritist box, it seemed like you wanted to come through. If you want to, right now you can too. I don't know what it is with this stuff. Why isn't this stuff good enough for you guys, man? Like, you guys just not there? Or you just snub all this and want to do something else? Like, what is it? What is it? Come on, Ozzy, I thought I saw that move. Is my eyes playing tricks on me, or are you trying to spin that? Come on. You can do it. Ozzy, that would be crazy if you came through, dude. For real. It would surprise me, though. You gave us a grand goodbye, and now I love that goodbye. Like, I won't ever forget that goodbye, Ozzy. That was such a cool goodbye. I'm trying not to get teared up thinking about it right now. It's just cool. And I like watching you and Kelly interact. You guys are cute. Are you here? You touch anything, the plasma ball, move stuff around, just don't throw it at me, please. Is there anybody here? Well, I was just trying a newly departed spirit, and Ozzy doesn't seem to mind coming through for his fans, and his wife, of course, his wife and his children and everything. It seemed like a very heartfelt guy. Big heart. I'm not saying Kurt Cobain didn't either, but he left a lot of things unquestioned, like a lot of things unanswered, and he left it a sad way instead of a goodbye like that was like heartwarming and like Ozzy. Ozzy came with the heartfelt warmth, and Kurt Cobain came with like sadness and mystery. It's like, Kurt Cobain, man, why'd you love you, man. We love you too. You both are good musicians. You both were. You guys are probably out, man. I know I'm nothing to you. You guys don't even know me in life, so it's like, I don't even know if you'd waste your time coming here. And someone like Ozzy that just recently passed, there's probably so many people wanting to talk about him and think about him, especially his family right now. It's like definitely too soon. I could definitely understand you not wanting to leave their side. I don't know, I need to change my name. And eventually, if this doesn't go anywhere, I might have to make other content because, you know, like I might be able to capture some things, but it doesn't seem like I can capture this kind of stuff. And this is like some valid, concrete stuff, guys. Do you guys not come back when we ask you to? Are you not able to? Is that what the problem is? Or am I doing something wrong here? Or you just don't connect with me like that and you ain't wasting your time coming here? Like, what's going on? What is going on? Am I not being patient enough? Am I yapping too much? Like, what's going on here? I'm afraid to ask about spirits here because, oh man, I think there might be. And this room, honestly, creeps me out. I got pretty heavy into true crime stuff, and like I said, I resonate with certain things, and I resonated with a couple cases, and creep myself all out just thinking about them in here. Or one day, I think my eyes are playing tricks on me or something, and I was standing here, and I thought I saw a hand come off underneath the bed. Oh man, for the longest time, and I still do it. I did it when I came in here. I will take a flashlight. I will look under that bed before I sit on it. And it doesn't help that when you're younger and you watch the Jason movies and Freddy Krueger movies and all this other stuff, you know, about weapons coming up through the bed while you're sleeping and stuff, like, oh my god. No thank you. So I don't know why. And then I had like a vision of something, like I seen something, and like my mind like had a picture of something or a thought of something, and it freaked me out. And it was related to the case, and I don't know. I was just probably in here just creeping myself right out, just thinking of like what the heck happened or something. I don't know. Your mind can play some major tricks on you. I know, like I said, I don't know if I uploaded the video because I've done so many videos, but I flat out said I watched too many ghost stories at one point in my life that I had to like stop watching them because I was creeping myself out. I was too scared to take a shower. I was too scared to be alone. You know, like scared to live alone. Like, I don't know. It's like I feel safer in numbers. I don't like being alone. Like, do I need to do this with more people? Do I need to do this at certain times of the day? Do I need to do this when I'm really focused and connected? Like, is the issue here? Is it my end? Is it your end? Your guys' end? Like, or do we beggars can't be choosers type deal here? Like, I want you to mess with this, but you give me what you can give me, which is orbs and shadows. Like, Like, what, you know, if you could shut off, I've heard numerous of people say you can shut stuff off, including Mark's mom said that she felt he was shutting things off in the house, like TVs and stuff. And then an unexplained amount of animals kept showing up in the yard when he like first passed and stuff. And you know, so if people are experiencing stuff like that, I mean, there's got to be something. But maybe he's okay now. Maybe he's at peace and he ain't here anymore, you know, because of it. I don't know. But maybe at first he was trying to be comforting to her and to anyone that needed him, but mainly her and his sisters and brothers and stuff. You're important. You're important, Mark. Everyone's important. But you're not going to be important to everyone, but you're definitely important to enough people, I'll tell you that. You are, buddy, for real. I wish you would come through, man, and show your mom and everyone and all of our friends and me and that you can move that thing. Or do something to show that you truly are here, especially when we need you or want you around to see things, whatever. Like, it'd bring other people comfort. It'd give everybody comfort. Instead, I feel something moving with the bed. See, this room creeps me out. I was like hesitant about doing it in here, and I definitely don't like doing it in the dark. And it's like, okay, spirits, why does everything gotta be dark? Like, do you just... I read online that people think it's, you know, like, they get better results in the dark, and they feel like it's because the spirits are more comfort, you know, they feel more comfortable in the dark. I don't know. My one of my aunts told me that she can see spirits, like she can actually see them, and that there's a certain time frame where you can see them really good. And she says if you fast, you can see them real good too. Like, go on a fast. I don't... It's like I gotta try different things, you know? If it was so easy to do, I guess there'd be more hauntings, or like I said, maybe they don't do it because they know they're gonna freak us out. So they either don't do the things we ask because they know they're gonna freak us out, or they're just not here. Like, maybe they can see what's going on, but they can't come here. You know, like they're watching from afar. Because I've heard, you know, I've always been fascinated with afterlife stuff. I've watched ghost stories. I've watched people who died have come back. You know, stories of the afterlife. You know, like, I've tried to be open. Because you never know, this world is weird, but a lot of mysterious things. A lot of whys. Why is it like this? Why this? Why that? I know this ain't the most professional stuff, but like I said, I don't have a designated room. And all I got's an iPhone. I do have Spiritus, but that's on my phone and I can't use it while I'm recording. And, sorry, I feel stuffy a lot. And I think you know, it's recommended to get a real one instead of a phone app one, so that's what I'm doing. to see if I'll have better luck with that, because I'm trying to give them ways to communicate. I think I might. I don't think I know. I'm gonna buy Nikola Tesla's spirit phone, and there was a link that someone put up. I think I saved it. I better have saved it, but I think I could find the video again, where it sends you to Amazon, and it takes you to all the parts that you're gonna need to make this spirit phone that he made. It probably costs like 30-40 bucks or something for all the parts. And then you gotta put it together yourself, which I'm like, oh god. But look it up. Nikola Tesla spirit phone. And you'll see that he was probably the original spirit box creator. And for some reason, like, his seemed to capture all kinds of stuff. And you gotta remember, this was during the time where there wasn't radios or anything yet, so that's strange. It was picking up voices and all kinds of stuff, and if you look it up, it'll play clips of stuff that he had captured, and he had talked about how it, like, kind of freaked him out a little bit. Like, these voices that would come through, like, they were hard to understand, too, he said. He said he didn't know if he was picking up alien activity or whatever, but yeah, so it's definitely worth a try. I haven't seen anybody using that. Yeah. And with Spiritus, like I said, it seemed like Ozzy came through, but I don't know. It's like sometimes you'll hear stuff in such a way that you think that it's saying something. It's not concrete enough, you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it ain't accurate or nothing. It's just hard to decipher through all the words that are already on there. Like who's spirit and who's program, you know? And just because something sounds like something doesn't mean that's what it was said, you know? So, but like I said, it seemed like Ozzy was trying to come through like crazy. I don't particularly want to deal with super bad, like, tragic deaths and stuff, because stuff's creepy. I don't know what I'm scared about, because it doesn't seem like anything's happening. You know? It just seems like you call for people and nothing really happens. And I don't know if you get inside your own mind because you're in the dark and you're like, what's that? What's that? What's that? And then you're in a house full of appliances making noises. And what's that? You know, you're on guard because you're like calling in a spirit and you're scared because you don't know how it's going to go. Like, you don't know if they're going to show up, and if they do, how is it going to go? Is it going to be who you asked for? Is it going to be someone trying to impersonate them? You know, it's like, you got all these questions in your mind because everybody gets you all freaked out. Everybody's got an opinion about it. And so far, like I said, the only thing I've ever really seen is orbs and shadows and the stuff from moving around that one day that I captured. That was weird. So I've seen shadows, orbs, heard voices, and I don't know if they're just like on a ghost time where they're just in a trance and they're doing the same thing over and over again. They're not aware of what we're doing or that we're calling them or whatever, but I don't know. This room creeps me out because I think the guy's spirit, this is his stuff or something. And when it's not a spirit you're trying to connect with, you're just like, oh no, I'm good. I don't know who you are. I guess in a sense, it would capture ghostly activity regardless, right? I don't want to say anything because that'll scare me because I feel comfortable with Ozzy. I feel comfortable with Kurt Cobain. Even though I didn't personally know them, I feel like they would be okay. And Mark, of course, I know him and I know he would be okay too. I don't think this is like Pet Cemetery or something where they come back and not the same or something. Like, I don't believe that. You know? Just spirit wise, not that way. But you know what I mean. Maybe I shouldn't use references like that because I'm not trying to offend anybody. You know? Like, I respect the dead and I respect the dead's loved ones, and I really truly do. Like, I'm trying to come from a good heart, not a bad one. Not a bad, disrespectful one, okay, guys? I just, honestly, I needed something, a hobby, you know, something that I enjoy doing. And, um, I know I like making soaps and candles and stuff like that. The candles I got lit right there are ones I made. I made a lavender vanilla one and that Jamaican me crazy one, and I love that one so much. It smells exactly like the drink. I love it. I like the raspberry one too. Like, I don't know. I didn't ever sell them, but I just wanted to make sure they were safe. The candles and the soaps, you gotta make sure are safe too if you make them homemade. It's like I like that stuff, and I thought about making a YouTube channel, making soaps, and trying to sell my soaps because I mean, you want to try all this different scents and all these different designs, and it's like you can't, and you end up with all this soap, and you're like, you got to do something with it, and it's a way for other people to enjoy it, and it's a way to make your money back, like make extra money, but also make more money to make more, if anybody likes them. And, so I thought about doing that, and, I'm trying to make side money too, just like anybody else. I mean, the economy is crazy, and, you know, and, I don't know, like I just got really into wanting to get back into communicating with spirits, and I decided to just do my YouTube channel about that because I don't know. And it's obvious that I did it sporadically because I have no money. Like I need more things. I need a better camera, microphone. I need a spirit box. I need money to be able to travel around and go places and do things. And it's just gonna take time. And if the spirits won't come to you and mess with stuff and you gotta go to them, that's gonna be complicated for me because I don't have the money to be traveling around. And I just started this channel. It's not like I'm getting any money from views because that's what I'm hoping, but I don't even know how YouTube works. Like, do you get money just from people watching? Because that's all I'm even hoping to even accomplish with that. But it's like my stuff is honest. I'm not moving anything. I don't got anything rigged here. I'm trying to connect with spirit, and I'm sorry if it's boring because nothing's happening, but this is real. This is real here. It's like I'll just have to find different ways to keep the channel interesting if I'm not having a lot of success right at the moment. I just, I don't know. Come on, Mark. Are you here, buddy? So this is what I hear. It's good to have a personal item that they had that they owned that was even better if it was like one of their favorite things. A picture of them. Probably the closer you are to him, the better, you know. And I was a friend of his. I wasn't a best friend of his. But I think he liked me and stuff. But if he's anywhere, he's around his family. You know, that's where I would be. I'd be around the people I loved. And then I'm sure they could hear you calling. I hope. Sorry, I'm gonna open the window. It's smoky in here. We're gonna hear some nature sounds. Maybe if we open the window, it lets the spirit in too. I just know that I don't want to lose faith, and I know that stuff does happen, so it's like it's not completely lost, but this is definitely discouraging. You know? And I think I put the video up where I was being all cocky. I'm gonna capture more stuff. And like, I remember in one of my videos I was recording, I was sitting out in the dining room where I normally do my stuff, and I thought I heard a noise, like a voice, like a muffled, weird voice. It sounded really weird, like, I don't even know. It didn't sound like a guy. Well, it sounded more guy-ish, but like it sounded distorted and weird, and I don't even know. And as soon as I heard it, my ear rang. So like the comment right before it was like, I feel like I'm gonna capture stuff because I'm looking for it. And as soon as I said that, um, I thought I heard a voice, and then immediately after that, my ears started ringing, and I'm like, and it was the side that the voice came from. And I'm just like, what horrible timing, you know, and I'm trying to put the phone up by the area and everything, trying to capture the voice. I'm like, can you guys hear that? Can you hear it? And I look back and you couldn't hear nothing. But like my ear was ringing and ringing and ringing, and finally it stopped, and I'm just like, what in the heck? I was like, either that had something to do paranormal, or that was just really horrible timing for my ear to start ringing. It was like right when I heard something, it just decided it was going to start ringing like a mother. And I'm just like, what the heck? And then my other side is like kind of clogged up some. Like I was born without hair in my ears, so I have to get I have to get it, you know, I have to go in and get like, I should be going in and getting like yearly cleanings and stuff so it don't build up, and it's built up and it needs to come out. Drives me nuts. But I still can hear, you know. But that was just crazy. And I don't know if it was a sound when I was trying to listen, and it sounded like one, and as soon as I went to like get closer to it, my ears start ringing, so I couldn't hear nothing. And I was trying to put the phone up there to see if I could capture it with the phone, and it didn't capture it. It never captures the voices, ever. And I know I'm not crazy, and hell no, I'm not making it up. I am not making it up. I need something that's more sensitive than these phones and stuff, for real. Like, I'm serious. And I will prove it to you when I capture the voice. I'm telling you. Like, I am hearing stuff. And like I said, the shadow stuff, like, in the orb, I got candles, I got plasma balls, I got, you know, uh, sometimes I have glow-in-the-dark stuff glowing, and, because I really like glow-in-the-dark stuff, and, you know, so maybe your eyes are kind of weird, and, like, when you turn just the right way, you see something weird or whatever, fine. But the voices, no one can explain those ways. The sounds of the house, fine. Could be appliances, could be the house settling, whatever. But the voices, I don't know about that, guys. And not only have I seen like orbs, my husband's have seen them, and he doesn't identify them as an orb. He's just saying that he doesn't know what it was, but he doesn't think it was what it looked like because he said that it looked like an ember that come off a flame and went going across the air and then burnt out. I said, well, do you think that's what it was? Could that have come from something? And he said, no. I was like, well, that sounded like an orb to me. Because I was seeing tiny ones like that too before I seen the bigger one. And the biggest one I seen was the night when we did the seance with Mark. And like I said, maybe these orbs can be explained away by the right lighting, by whatever. But the voices, no. Because when there's no one here and there's no TV on, and I'm hearing voices like not in the same room as me, and I'm over here rattling my ass off, and I can still hear a voice, that's crazy. Every time I've been talking to the camera, recording, and I hear it and it doesn't capture it, it just makes me mad. I believe there was one time I wasn't recording, and it was the first time I heard the woman's voice because I had heard the guy's voice in the living room, and that was the first voice I had heard. I didn't understand a word at all, and I thought, well, maybe it's the sound carried from the TV in the back room, so I chalked it off. But I thought it was kind of far off in the distance, and I'm like, oh, well, could have been the TV because it was on. And then the following day, I was in the bathroom, and it was the second time I heard a voice, but this time it was a female, and it almost sounds like it's singing or something. I don't know. It's female. That's all I know. It's in the hallway by the bathroom, and I wasn't recording then. And then the third time, I was recording not by video recording, but like recorder because I thought, well, maybe I can use like a recorder to record the seance and see if we can get a voice on tape. Heck no. And I heard a voice around 5:36 in the morning out in the kitchen, and it was a guy. I heard a bunch of rustling around, and then I heard a guy's voice, and I got excited because I was recording, and I thought for sure I got it, and I'm like, it was, and I was just like, and when I went back, it wasn't there, made me mad, you know, and so that was the third time. The fourth time, it was a girl's voice again, and it sounds the same every time. Like the guy, I don't know, but like the woman does, it sounds kind of singy voice, always around the same spot, and I've heard it 3 times. So so the fourth time Daniel was here, he was in the bathroom, and I heard a girl's voice like by the bathroom. I said, either you're on there talking to a lady on the phone or whatever, or watching a video with a lady in it talking, or it was a ghost. And he's like, no, I wasn't watching anything or talking to anyone. So, and then, so it's been 6 times. So the fifth time was when I was out in the dining room, like I said, and I thought I heard a voice and it sounded muffled and it was kind of guyish or whatever. And then my ears started ringing and I couldn't hear anymore after that, and the phone didn't capture it. And then the sixth time, I do still have that recording because I kept deleting stuff because it didn't have stuff on there anyways, and I needed to make room on my phone because I was starting to run out of room, from all these videos I was recording and stuff. So I started just deleting stuff, and like I kind of regret doing some of it because I don't want to have to say all the stuff I said before and get the important points in there that I wanted to have that like came up in other videos, and like, but like I gotta stop. Like, I want to be able to follow YouTube stuff, and I don't want to be taking breaks in my videos, if you know what I mean. Like, so I'm just kind of sitting off to the side so I can do my thing and talk and see if anything happens. But all I know is that, so the sixth time I had the video on again and it didn't record it, but you can see me tiptoeing trying to go up to the voice, and I still didn't capture it. And then I find the dog in the bathroom, hovering in the corner, shivering, acting scared, all like curled up in a ball. I'm like, what in the hell are you doing, dog? You know, it had me so creeped out. Like, I just like went outside and waited for my husband to get here, because it just, I don't know, man. I was here by myself, and it was like moments before my husband was about to get home, and everything was going fine. And all of a sudden, I hear that voice. I went to investigate it. The dog was acting weird. So I go outside. I was going to put him outside, but he's trying to run me over to get outside. So I just shut the door on him and left him inside, because he was going to about knock me over, and I didn't want him getting loose. I'm like, no. I still need to look back on Ring Cam, but it captures so much stuff. It's like, oh my god, I have to look through so many videos. And I spent a lot of time cleaning, and then we've been having to worry about car repairs on both cars, and we're trying to make sure we at least got one car at all times, because we both work, and he's out of town, I'm in town, so it's like, oh my god. And then we had to get our kids, you know, because like I said, they were gone for 2 weeks, you know, and I'm gonna see if I can try to summon him while everybody's sleeping. They say that you need to say it out loud, so this is what I was saying. You need a personal item of them. You need their full name, their full birthday, um, and then you gotta ask them to come to you and, you know, talk to you, and, you know, make sure that you have like, it'd be even cooler to have like maybe their favorite food or favorite drink sitting on the table, kind of like what I got, you know, stuff that they can utilize if they do come, to talk to you. You know, maybe I just ain't, my energy and stuff ain't strong enough to get them to come here. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe I'm not, like I said, I'm not no gifted medium or any weird thing like that. I'm just an average person testing things and researching, and a lot of it's just to help people. Like, you know, I don't know if this is helping making them feel like they ain't around, but I was trying to give people hope anyways. I thought for sure, seeing all them orbs and shadows, I was gonna, and voices, I was gonna get them to eventually mess with this stuff, but nope. And it's like, I should be happy with some of the stuff I am getting, but it's like I wanted better results, I guess, you know? It's like, come on, guys. We'd love to hear from you. I think that's a pretty cool table. I think it has a lot of stuff that a spirit could use on it. It's funny that it's portable. My husband got it for me when I found out I had thyroid cancer, and I had to get surgery, and so he hooked me up with all kinds of stuff. It's a table for your bed so they could bring you meals and stuff, because it took me 2 weeks to recover from that. That wasn't fun at all. It was scary. It was really scary. I didn't know if I was going to die. I still don't know. And honestly, I would like to know, just for my own sake, is there another side? Are our loved ones going to be there to meet us? You know, um, just things like that. Like, I guess I just want to know that there is another side, and if there is, like, is there a way to talk to people that were once here sometimes? Like, the communication might be kind of not great, but at least it's something. Do you guys not move anything because you're going to freak us out? Every time things start getting intense, I get freaked out. But I'm always by myself now. But I can't say even when I'm not, because I know me and my friend, we went running for our lives. We went running for our lives. Because as soon as he said something touched him, he started running. And I'm like, oh, you ain't leaving me here. Not by myself, you ain't. All I heard was like noise, like just like this really loud, unexplainable, echoing noise that was just so loud. He didn't even care about the noise. He never said a thing about the noise. All he said was, why am I feeling this way? Why do I feel so sad? What is wrong with me? And he's like crying and stuff. Not like hardcore, but just, he's a few tears here and there. And I'm just like, I swear to God, you better not be amping this up, because I will kick your butt. It's like, no fakers allowed up in here. I don't like it when people come in and like fake things and just to make it more interesting, and like, I don't need that. I don't think he was doing that, but of course, when it's not happening to you, you question it at first, I'll never know, but I'll take his word for it, because it did seem like a lot of stuff was going on. I mean, I guess I can always try. Some of them tried to connect with the spirit at my mom's, because we've had a few relatives pass there, and if you gotta be where they passed for some reason, it's just a way to test if that's true or not, like, I guess. Just to see if you need to be closer, or does it matter the distance? Does it matter the relationship? Like, I need like, I need to maybe try to reach someone I'm more closer to, maybe? That could be for another time, though, because this is, like, over an hour long. Alright, I'm gonna stop this one and start another one. I'll be right back.